What's up, everybody? Pastor Matt here. I want to do a very quick review of this book, We Are All Philosophers by John M. Frame, A Christian Introduction to 7 Fundamental Questions. I'll be the first to admit that I like John Frame a lot. I had him as a professor at RTS Orlando when I was doing my doctoral work. Been out to lunch with the guy, have had hallway conversations with him. I find him to be a gentleman and a scholar, so I tend to like what he writes. I love Salvation Belongs to the Lord, his Doctrine of God series, his systematic theology, his history of Western thought and philosophy, all good stuff. So this book is meant to be an introduction to philosophy. It asks 7 very important questions, and I'll read them to you from the table of contents. Frame asks, what is everything made of? Do I have free will? Can I know the world? Does God exist? How shall I live? What are my rights? How can I be saved? So, philosophy can be both Christian and non-Christian. Christian in the sense of it is our attempt to think clearly and cogently about what God has made, who God is, what we are, what is our purpose, what is our moral value. And in that sense, philosophy is good. But philosophy can also be a fool's errand in that it is sometimes a very secular attempt that exalts reason over reality and certainly reason over revelation, and Frame does a good job with that. In each chapter, Frame asks the question, then surveys the literature and the material from Greek and Western philosophical perspectives, and then gives a wonderful biblical answer. So, although the book is 150 pages, only the first 80 are the main content. The 70 pages that follow are an appendix, which I thought was the weak point of the book, the Achilles heel, so to speak. The appendix is comprised of letters and email correspondences between Frame and some of his interlocutors, in which Frame essentially excerpts his own letters and emails, giving tangentially related answers to the questions that are posed in the book. Unfortunately, I think a lot of readers are going to find that they digress rather wildly, that they bring up all kinds of terms that aren't defined very clearly in the book, and they assume prior knowledge of readership that the reader may not already have. And so I think a lot of readers are actually going to find that the appendix is very frustrating because it's so tangential and it goes down so many rabbit holes, but the main content of the book is going to be very excellent. So in a sense, we're getting half a book unless you're really into Frame and some of his more digressive conversations. I think that would have been better published elsewhere, but perhaps the main chapters could have expanded, but that's just an opinion. All right, if you're interested in this book, I will post a link in the description of this video. You can hop over to Amazon.com and grab it for yourself. Thanks for checking in. Love you lots, and we'll talk to you later.